I think generally you agree with me that we are not there yet in terms of provision of power. However, we have seen some noticeable movement towards sustaining some level of performance. By and large, we still suffer inadequacy of power, especially reaching our industries that are far flung from the major areas like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kaduna, and so on and so forth. So, generally speaking, even though we have more supplies now, distribution remains a challenge, and is an area that probably in the last 1 year, government should rein in on the reforms in the sector to be able to improve the power supply, because it still remains our #1 challenge. On roads, yeah, there has been noticeable improvement. You know, recently government has allocated funds to deal with roads that are essential for business. For us, the cost of transportation still remains high, because when the roads are bad, the transporters will normally charge much higher. So we still are challenged in those areas in spite of government effort. The so-called fund, like you will know, gave a lot of hope that some of these roads will be fixed and fixed permanently. So my reckoning on that is that even though there's improvement in government funding, it still remains a challenge that government will have to deal with. It is a relief that the railway is being ramped up in terms of moving goods, because ordinarily we shouldn't worry about road transport. You know, we transport bulk equipment and goods and so on. So if we are able to use the railway, it will be very, 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 very good for us. You are aware also of the situation at the ports, the gridlock that has been on since the beginning of the year. It has taken its toll on manufacturing business, and our members actually find it very difficult to pick their raw materials, spares, and machinery from the ports. It takes between a week or two for you to get your goods out, and you know the downtime effects on our production facilities. The interest rate, man has always maintained, and seriously too, that if you borrow a manufacturer funds at anything more than 5%, you are really not doing any help to him. Gone are the days when you talk of single digits. Single digits more than 5%. It's not good, because you know manufacturing has a long gestation period, and because of the inadequacy of infrastructure and the macroeconomic environment in which we operate, it will be very difficult for a manufacturer to make anything meaningful out of funds borrowed at more than 5%.